Hi guys, and welcome to tonight's webinar, Beating the Bookies at Their Own Game. Tonight we'll be shining the spotlight on our unbelievably profitable membership, the HighLow, which has raked in over $80,000 in the last 3 years since we've had him on board. And on deck with me tonight is the genius behind the HighLows package, Rod. Welcome.
Cheers, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Mate, really exciting to hear from you tonight and to be able to share your insights into our people that are tuning in either tonight or following us on our website or on YouTube. Let me reiterate to everyone that it is an interactive webinar, so please post your questions and we will try to answer them as we move through the presentation. Here on the screen you can obviously see is a bit of an overview of our HighLows package. It's able to be purchased in 1, 3 or 12-month subscriptions. The prices are there, and it is just purely a money-making machine. And we have a lot of happy clients and testimonials to attest to that. But without further ado, I'm going to hand you all over to the man behind the HighLows.
Fantastic. All right, well, thanks everyone for attending the webinar tonight. My name's Rod, as Dan has explained. We work for Champion Bets, coming up with profitable tips on promotions. So tonight I thought I'd run through a beginner's guide to the promos. A lot of the stuff you might already know, some you won't. Hopefully I'll be able to help you make some more money from them. So we'll get started. So first of all, just the basics on what a promotion actually is. I think most people will be familiar with what a promotion is. It's basically a special offer where you receive extra money or bonus bets when you create an account or you have a bet. So everyone would have seen the ads on TV, bonus bet second or third, for example. You might have a double winnings promotion. There could be an early payout promotion. They've become quite popular in the past few months. You've got first goal scorer promotions, multi-promotions, a whole range of different promotions that are on offer. So why do bookies have promotions? Well, basically because the competition is fierce. About 6 or 7 years ago, a lot of the overseas giants in the bookmaking world came to Australia. Bet365, Ladbrokes, William Hill back then, companies like that. And all of a sudden, Australia became a very competitive marketplace for bookmaking. There's about 20 or so corporate bookmakers now. And the way that they tried to distinguish themselves from one another was to offer promotions. So they have them for two reasons. First of all, they want you to sign up to them as a client. And the second reason is once you've signed up, they want you to keep betting with them so you don't change allegiances and go to a different bookie. So why bet on the promos? Well, it's quite simple because they're very profitable. They're also extremely consistent, which is probably the most positive aspect of promotions. So the HighLows package that I run, we've won every month for the past 22 months. So that's since January 2017. And we've only had 2 losing months in 3 years, which is fantastically consistent if you like a bet. The other aspect is that they're really quite enjoyable because you're not just betting on one sport or one state's racing, which can be great as well, of course, but you've got an interest in multiple sports and multiple racing events. So, for example, we have regular bets on horse racing every week. During footy season, we've got bets on the AFL and NRL. NBA is going on at the moment in the States, same as the NFL, American football. Cricket season's just about to start. Big Bash is less than a month away now. Soccer, usually the English Premier League, we have bets on. UFC when that comes around, and any other major event you can think of. Australian Open tennis, any of the majors in the golf, and a whole host of other sports and events. We've got over 20 different sports we've been on since we've started the package, which is just there's always something interesting. And the other thing that makes it enjoyable is the bet types. So Our most common bet type is probably fixed odds, so horse racing bets, but we also have head-to-head bets in sports matches. We have bets on multis as well, also special price bets, and a whole host of other different bet types. Again, we've probably had over 20 different bet types we've bet on, including the ones listed and first goal scorers, anytime scorers, a whole bunch of different bet types, all of which makes it very, very enjoyable. So I thought I'd go through the basics of promos. So there's two types of promos. The first type I would call deposit promos. So these are bonus bets that bookmakers will give you for opening a new account with them and depositing money. So an example might be that you open a new account, you deposit $100 into that account, and for you doing that, the bookmaker will give you $100 in bonus bets, which I'll explain in a moment how you can convert into real cash. When it comes to deposit promos, it's always worth shopping around the net and trying to find the best deal that you can. You might find on one website that on a particular bookie, that if you deposit $100, you'll get $100 in bonus bets, whereas on a different website, when you go searching on the net, you might deposit $100 and receive $300 in bonus bets. It varies depending on which site you open an account through. So it's always worth shopping around. You can jump onto the Mad Punter website at that link I've got listed there, madpunter.com.au/free bets, and there's some deposit promotions there. You can also get some on champion bets as well, and a whole host of other places, but shop around. It's always worth opening as many accounts as you can. So there are lots of corporate bookmakers in Australia, and almost every one of them will give you a deposit promo for signing up and depositing cash. So take advantage. Just check the state restrictions before you do it. There are state restrictions often in the small terms and conditions down the bottom of a promotion offer. But even if you do have a restriction for the state that you live in, it's still worth giving it a go, because the bookmakers don't always apply the state restrictions that they say they will. So the second type of promo, and it's the main one that I'm interested in, is the bet promo. And that's promotions where you need to place a bet and you'll receive either extra cash, money back, or a bonus bet when a particular condition is met. So examples you might be familiar with, for example, sports bet often have bonus bet second or third promotions on horse racing. So if you have a horse racing bet and your horse comes second, they'll give you a bonus bet. Same if it comes third. Bet Easy at the moment have double winnings promotions on the NBA. That's a nice bet as well. It's another example. And this season in the AFL, on Bet365, there was early payout if your team led by 24 points or more, which happened to happen in the grand final. If you had a bet on Collingwood on Bet365 in the AFL grand final this year, you would have got paid out as the winner, even though they lost the match. And that's one of the great benefits of promotions and where the profit lies, essentially. And there's a lot more different examples. So the value on each promotion, on each bet promotion, really depends on the promotion itself, the conditions, and the specific match or race. So to explain it with 3 examples, the double winnings promotion is always a nice bet. If you ever see that one, have a go at it. You'll make money long term on that promotion. The bonus bet second or third, that's an example of a promotion where it depends on the race. Some races, that's a nice bet. You'll make money on it long term. Other races, not such a great bet. It really depends on the race. And then you have promotions, and I've used first try scorer promotions, for example, in the NRL, which are almost always terrible value. You have very rare exceptions where that's a nice bet. 90% of the time they're a terrible bet, and you'll actually lose if you bet on those promotions long term. So there's quite a lot of variability. Again, it's always good to check the state restrictions on promotions. You'll find that each bookmaker has the same state restrictions for each promo they offer. But again, it's always worth giving them a go because the state restrictions that they have listed are not always applied. So in both cases with deposit promotions and bet promotions, you end up with bonus bets. So I thought I'd go through how you can convert those bonus bets into real cash, and you can convert them into guaranteed real cash. So a lot of punters will get their bonus bet and they'll spend it on whatever tip or thing they want to back, and it kind of gets a little bit wasted. But there's two options you can use to convert it into money. So I've used an example of if you got a $100 bonus bet on Sportsbet. First of all, this is option one, I should say, which is the laying on Betfair option. So $100 bonus bet, and let's say we have an AFL match where we've got Collingwood, they're paying $2 for the win, versus Geelong, and they're also paying $2 for the win. A very simple example. So with this approach, you would back and lay the same team. So for example, if your bonus bet's on Sportsbet, you could back $100 on Collingwood to win at a price of $2. That would be the first part. And the second part of this option is to lay Collingwood on Betfair. So to lay means that you act as the bookmaker. You take a bet of someone else. And in this scenario, you would take a bet or lay a bet of $50 at $2. And basically, whatever happens in that result, if you've done those two things, you are going to win. So if, for example, the first result happens, Collingwood wins, you would get $100 profit on your bonus bet on Sportsbet, and you would have a $50 loss on your Betfair lay. Overall, that equals a $50 profit. If result two happened and Geelong won the match, then your bonus bet on Sportsbet would lose, but you would pick up $50 profit from the lay that you made on Betfair. Again, overall, that equals $50 profit. So you can see how you've converted that $100 bonus bet into a $50 profit, real cash, no matter what happens in the match. Option two, when you have a bonus bet and you'd like to convert it into real cash, is to back both teams in the match. So we'll use the same example. We've got a $100 bonus bet on Sportsbet. The match is Collingwood versus Geelong, and both of them are paying $2. The approach is to back both teams at different bookies. So again, we'll have our $100 bonus bet on Collingwood at Sportsbet, just like we did previously, except this time, instead of laying Collingwood, we're going to back Geelong. We're going to back the other team, and we'll do it at Ladbrokes, a different corporate bookmaker, and we'll back them for $50 at a price of $2. If we look at the first result that could happen, which is Collingwood winning the match, if the bonus bet wins on sports, if Collingwood wins, we win on our bonus bet, which is $100 profit, and we lose $50 on Ladbrokes on Geelong. Overall, that will equal a $50 profit on the match. If result two is the result, if Geelong wins the match, then our bonus bet on Sportsbet on Collingwood loses, $0 profit there because it's a bonus bet, it's a free bet, no loss. But we get $50 profit on our bet on Geelong on Ladbrokes. And overall, that equals $50 profit. So you can again see that no matter what happens in the match, you've converted that $100 bonus bet into a guaranteed $50 real cash profit. So my advice when you're converting a bonus bet into real cash is, in general, if you look at if you try to back your bonus bet on a team at a longer price, a longer price will mean you'll get more real cash from your bonus bet. So, for example, we backed Collingwood at a price of $2, and that converted our $100 bonus bet into $50 real cash. Now, if you do similar sums and you bet on a team at $5, for example, Carlton is at $5 roughly to beat Richmond in round 1 of the AFL at the moment, then you will convert that $100 bonus bet into $80 real cash, simply because you've backed the team at a longer price at $5. The other piece of advice I'd give in this context is that option 2 is the best option. And the reason it's the best option is because it provides bookies with what I call normal bets. And I'll explain the importance of normal bets now. So, normal bets, the reason bookies offer promotions in the first place is so you become a regular client. So you place your normal, everyday, regular bets with them. If you come along and open an account and you find a promotion, a bet promotion, and you bet on that, and then you find another promotion and you bet on that, and all you do is bet on promotional bets, then bookies don't like that, because they're quite happy to offer you promotional bets to entice you to come along and play, but they want you to put on normal bets as well, non-promotional bets. If you only bet on promotional bets, they will actually ban you from betting on promotional bets. So even though they might offer a bonus bet second or third on a horse race, if you're promo banned, then they'll no longer offer that to you. It won't be available. So it's important to put on normal or non-promotional bets to maintain your access to promotions, because if the bookmaker sees that you're putting in the normal bets that they want you to put on, then they'll keep allowing you to have access to promotions, which is where a lot of profit lies. And essentially, the longer you maintain your promo access, the more profit you can make. So how do you place normal bets if you haven't got a source of profitable bets? How do you stop yourself losing by placing normal bets? There's 2 basic options. So option 1 is to sign up to a profitable tipster. So there are lots of tips packages around that you will make a profit on. And as far as it is from a promotional perspective, betting on those tips are just normal bets. As long as they're not on a promotional market, as long as they're just on a standard market, that counts as a normal bet, which helps maintain your promo access. The second option, which is an option I highly recommend, is performing Dutch bets. And a Dutch bet is where you back both teams in the same match. So this is similar to what we were looking at previously. And I'll give the same example, a Dutch example, where we've got Collingwood versus Geelong. So if we were going to Dutch this match, we would put a normal $50 bet, normal cash bet on Collingwood at Bet Easy, for example. And on Bet 2, we would put a normal $50 cash bet on Geelong at a different bookie, let's say Sportsbet. And whatever happens in that match, you are going to result with an overall profit of $0. It doesn't matter who wins. But the great advantage of doing this is that you provided 2 different bookies with a normal bet. And by providing, in this case, Bet Easy with a normal bet, as well as Sportsbet with a normal bet, you haven't lost anything overall, but those bookies are really happy with you as a client, and they're happy to keep offering you promotions because you're putting on normal bets. So I'd briefly like to just explain my package. So it's called the HighLows. I run this on Champion Bets. The record so far, we've had 34 out of 36 winning months. We've won the last 22 months straight. We've made $87,000 profit in 3 years. So hoping to tick over the 100,000 point sometime next year. That'd be fantastic. And what I do each week is I run through all the corporate bookmaker websites. I look at their promotions and I rank each promotion from A+ to F. And I have various spreadsheets and formulas set up that I've developed personally that, as far as I'm aware, no one else uses to analyze the specific value on each promotion available. And what we do is each Friday night, it's a weekly update. I send members all the A+, A and B selections for the weekend's bets. So that includes bets on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, and any other bets that are available on Monday or even Tuesday in the case of NFL bets, which we bet on. And you can find more information on the HighLows package at championbets.com.au/product/HighLows. That's HI-LO. So I thought I'd give everyone a couple of free tips for the weekend, just as an example of the sort of bets that we bet on. So the first free tip is on Bet365. You will need to have an account with them, or you can sign up to one. It's tomorrow night at 6:51, and it's Sandown Park Race 1, so that's a greyhounds race. It's a fixed odds bet. All racing bets are almost always fixed odds for promotions, and number 4, Charging Yala, is the bet. And the promotion is money back second or third. You can put a maximum of a $50 bet on that race, and if you live in New South Wales or South Australia, that promotion is not available to you, so I wouldn't put that bet on. And that is an A selection based on my ranking system. Another bet you can get on if you're anywhere in Australia is at Ladbrokes. That's on Saturday at 2:25. That's Rosehill Race 4, number 2, Skyboy. And Ladbrokes promotion there is you can run first or second, and you'll get paid as the winner. It's a maximum $25 bet. There's no state restriction, so it's available to everyone. And that's a great bet. That's an A+ selection. So if you've got any questions on the webinar I've presented tonight, whether it's related to this webinar or any other questions about promotions, I'm quite happy to answer them in detail. You can contact me at rod@championbets.com.au, or you can also get in touch via the Mad Punter website, www.magpunter.com.au. So that's the end of the presentation. I might hand over to Dan, and if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Rod, I have got a question. This is from John. John says, hi, Rod, the 87K profit is based on what bets?
So it's based on the promotional bets that I've posted to members the past 3 years. So that includes all sports, over 20 different sports, over 20 different bet types. To give you a figure of the percentage of the promos available that we bet on, if there's, say, 100 promotions available per week, we might bet on about 25 of them, just the top 25 best, that sort of thing. Although there tends to be more available, we tend to bet on around 50 promotions a week. I hope that answers the question. We occasionally bet on midweek promotions as well. If there's a special event, for example, Melbourne Cup on Tuesday, I posted a separate posting on that with some bets as well.
Rod, the tips are sent out Friday at 5:30?
A little bit earlier than that. So I send them out at 3:30 p.m. And that's so if anyone's at work, they've got plenty of time to pop them on after work or in the afternoon if they're free. The first bet tends to be around about 6 o'clock or 6:30 for night racing at the moment, but we always give members plenty of notice to make sure they can get their bets on. Most bets are on Saturday.
I know the answer to this question. This is from John again. He says, thank you, but I only bet on the Gallops. What are your results like there? And given that we're 87K up over 3 years, the results would be pretty good.
Oh, that's a good question. The horse racing is definitely our main bet type. So fixed odds is our main bet type. I haven't got the specific numbers in front of me, But if you get in contact on that email, rod@championbets.com.au, I can send you some more specific numbers. You can also jump onto the Champion Bets website, and all the results and a breakdown of the sports and bet types are all available on the results page for the HighLows, so you can check it out there as well.
Rod, I've got a question from Ian. Once you sign up with all the bookies, there will be no more bonus bets, only promos. Is that correct?
Correct. So you only get one deposit promo per bookie generally. Occasionally they will send you an email saying, if you deposit more, we'll give you a bonus. So generally one deposit promo per bookie, sometimes a couple. And from then on, it becomes about the bet promos. And the bet promos, we tend to have on average maybe 5 bet promos per weekend on each bookie. It varies, the number varies from bookie to bookie, and how long you are able to place promotional bets on each bookmaker depends essentially on how well you place your normal bets. The more normal bets you place, the longer you will maintain your access to promotional bets, and the longer you will make profit on the HighLows. To give an example, we've just had a member who's just finished up with us after 3 years of being on the HighLows. So if you put in the work and put in a good number of normal bets, you can get several months, even years out of the HighLows. You will eventually get banned from promotions, but the more effort you put in, the more money you'll make long term.
Rod, a really good question here from Emma. How often do you withdraw from your accounts? Does it affect your access to promos if you are withdrawing at the end of the weekend and then redepositing for the following weekend? Or would you recommend leaving dollars there?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah. So I never withdraw my full amounts because I think it's good to show the bookie that you're willing to leave money in there that you can potentially lose. And I tend to withdraw as infrequently as I can. So maybe once a month or something like that. What I tend to do is if I do a withdrawal, I tend to make it bigger than my deposits, simply because if, for example, I withdrew $800 from my account, I try to make it under $1,000. If I withdrew $800 from my account, to replace that, instead of plonking in $800, I would do 4 deposits of $200. And so from the bookmaker's point of view, it looks like you're depositing all the time, which looks a bit more like you're a loser. It kind of needs to show them in a way that you're just a regular punter and you're probably losing, and that will help maintain your access to promos. I hope that answers the question.
Rod, I think that's just about it for tonight. I just want to thank you again for your time and your insights.
Oh, no problem at all. Anytime.
And to everyone that's tuned in tonight, thank you very much for your attendance. We would, if you have any questions or you are keen to get on board, we would love to have you on board. Please give us a buzz, 1300 500 057, or alternatively, you can email us at team@championbets.com.au. Again, thank you, Rod, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
No problems, mate. Thanks, everyone.
No worries.